Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mark, and on this channel we share ready to wear ideas and also cutting videos. So in today's video we'll be learning how to cut this beautiful kaftan bubu I have here. I've been getting kaftan orders lately, and I thought to myself, why not share it with my people. I'm sorry for the long break. I just want to appreciate everyone that stayed with me, and to the new subscribers, make this page or this place your home. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Please kindly ignore every other external noises or noise. So the first thing first is for us to create a baseline on our fabric. So this baseline is going to serve as a guide for where our tape will be sitting on properly. So the first thing I'm going to do is enter my armhole measurement. So normally we would do bust divided by 6 plus 2.5 for our armhole, but this time around I'm going to do bust divided by 6 plus 2.5. I'm going to add extra 1 or 2 inches for our armhole measurements, and then I will take from that same baseline I'm going to take my waistline measurements and my hip line measurements. Now I can now input my shoulder divided by 2 along that line, along my baseline. Then I need to connect it to my bust line measurement. So I'm going to be using freehand for this. There will be no need for a pattern. As you can see, I folded my fabric in a diagonal form. I forgot to show us how I did that, but I folded my fabric in a diagonal form. So you could, or if we can refer back to my previous videos to see how I did this. Now I'm going to be inputting my bust measurement divided by 4, then plus extra 2 inches for my clients. You could do 1.5, you could do 1 inch, but I just thought to do a bust divided by plus 2.5 inch. Along the waistline, I'm going to be entering a normal bust measurement along the waistline divided by 4. That will serve as a waistline measurement, and then I'll be adding extra 1 inch to that point too. So around the hip line, I'm going to be in a hip divided by 4. Then I'm going to add extra 2 inch for waist. This is a free kaftan. Kaftans, depending on how free your clients wants it to be. Like, I'm guessing kaftans are different from regular bubus. So for my regular bubu, I would always take my measurements. Like my ankaras are never on a diagonal form. So now I'm going to be inputting my full length measurement. So I'm entering my full length measurement. So around that baseline, I will put my tape and I'll rotate it to the point of my full length. My client's full length is about 66, not 63. It was the old tape and then plus 3 inches. So my camera wasn't focusing on that point. So I'm trying as much as possible to explain properly with a voice note, because the shock I was trying to use was not really showing. So okay, yeah. So the full length here, we will just measure, or you mark out the full length measurement. I was trying to add the 3 inches extra for my client's full length measurement, and then you would add extra 2 inches for your hem or your folding allowance. Yeah. So achieving this till I get like my client's full measurement. You might say that my client measurement is the old tape then plus 3 inches I added extra 2 inches for also the hemming of the dress. So from the hip line, I'm going to try as much as possible to slant my tape or my to roll out the line so it matches with the diagonal fold I have made. So now we can cut it out. I think the shop is a bit clearer here. So now we can cut it out. So I'll be cutting carefully as we go. So yeah, you carefully cut out your armhole and then your neck piece. Most times I would rather not cut the neckline. I'd rather take it to like my weaving guide to do that for me. So right now I'm placing the front piece on another diagonally folded fabric so I can cut the back too at once. So I'm placing like my front piece on another fabric folded diagonally too, and then I would use the front piece as a guide to cut or to get my back piece. I'm just arranging and arranging, just keep arranging and then introduce your pin at intervals. After placing your already cut out front piece on the back on the newly folded fabric, you can start cutting your fabric very close to the front piece so you can have like 2 pieces, for one for the front and the other for the back. So you carefully just follow the first fabric you've cut out. Follow it carefully and yeah. Now that we're done with that, you can decide to input your neckline yourself, but normally I will rather not do that. I normally will take my fabric this way without the neck piece cut out, and I'm just taking to like my embroidery guy and he cuts out the neck for me. But this time around I wanted to just be specific about the neckline I wanted, so it doesn't go beyond the idea I have in mind. So yeah, I'm done with the front. And I'm just trying to create my shoulder slope. A shoulder slope of 1 inch. So I'll be cutting that out. And then I'll set that aside. So I would use this tip to explain to you how I fold my fabric diagonally. So you would pick like literally the tip of your fabric and just fold it this way. There's no much magic to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is measure my armhole, my round armhole on my dress, because they need to match up. So I have about 11.5 on that, and then I will use that to cut out my sleeve armhole measurements. So the first thing first is for me to get like the sleeve length and After getting the sleeve length, we can then start. I'm trying to, because the picture my client sent to me, the model sleeve was way fuller, so I'm trying to do that here. So depending on the style of what you have in mind, that's what you use to cut out your sleeve. So I'm trying to check to see that I have enough for my armhole around there. Like I said, always create a baseline for your armhole. So I'm trying to create a baseline, and from that baseline I'm going to start inputting the length of sleeve I want. So yeah, let's move my camera closer so you can see the shock today was just not doing it for me. So I'll try as much as possible. I was trying as much as possible to take in my shock, and then we to make sure the random mode to see it fits with, or if it will fit into my main fabric piece. We keep rechecking to see that we have exactly what we want, and then we can now rule out our measurements. Yeah, it's quite simple. You actually don't need fabric. So this kind of kaftan consumes fabric more than the regular bubu that you cut in a straight form. If you're cutting your kaftan bubu in an A-line form or diagonal form, it consumes much fabric. So once you cut, your client tells you, okay, I want to make kaftan, explain to them that kaftan garments are freer than normal bubu garments. So I am trying to get my armhole. Now that I've cut out the armhole, I'm going to set that aside so I can fold my Ankara piece again, so I can place the front on it to get the second sleeve. So I'm doing that right now. So I folded my Ankara off camera, and I'm trying to use the first Ankara sleeve I'd cut out to cut the second Ankara sleeve. Makes sense? Yeah. So I'm going to also follow the armhole as I go, and yeah. Now that we have this, it's time for us to take our Ankara piece to our embroidery guy. So here is me. It was late at night. I'd taken it to my embroidery guy, and he had done the design I wanted on the neckline. I also took this other one, so I created this flower effect around the neckline and around the tips of my sleeve. So next thing for you to do is, after you might have joined the shoulder, just sew your sleeve to the sleeve opening, attach your pockets, then sew down the side, and that'll be all. When you're done sewing the sides, attaching your pocket, it should look something like this. And yeah, you can decide to add stones, but stones bring out like the Ankara effect properly. Like I said, you don't need to do too much thing. Just take the embroidery to the guy. You don't need to turn your neckline. Leave the neckline as it is, and just take it to your embroidery guy or any embroidery person you know. They will help you fix the neckline properly. And yeah, that will be all for the video. If you've enjoyed what you've watched so far or seen so far, kindly give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, like, share, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.